Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'd like to thank you for joining me again today. Today I've got a very hot news that's just come in today. This email I just received it today around 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so the UK government responded to a petition. This was a petition that was signed. It was made by healthcare workers, people who are in care. They made this petition, and everyone in the UK was signing this petition. People were trying to convince the government to say the healthcare workers can actually work for any employer without the need to apply for a change of visa, not just to work for any employer who is in the shortage occupations list, but any employer who may not even be on the shortage occupations list, because as the guidance directs us now is like that. If you come on in sponsorship, let's say you're an engineer, if you come on a sponsorship as an engineer, you should be just in the engineering field. If you come as a teacher, you should just be a teacher. If you are going to be something else which is different from what you came to do, you have to apply to Home Office and they should approve that first in order for you to proceed working for that employer. So this is what people were signing for. People made a petition, those in the healthcare made a petition to tell the government to say, can you allow all healthcare workers to work for any employer of their choice uh, as a part-time job, I would say, as a part-time job. Now you're still allowed to work part-time, but are only allowed to work for an employer is within the same occupation code you've come for, which is in the healthcare. If you come in the healthcare, if you're in engineering, it should be in the engineering sector, all right? So this is what the government said. They just responded today, and this is the email they sent me because I was also part of people who signed the petition. I'm sure most of the people who came in the UK, immigrants, they signed this petition, and the government is saying, dear blah blah, the government has responded to the petition you signed. The government responded. So this is what the government is saying. The skilled workers can already change employers as long as they apply to do so. We have no plans to change this, so they're not changing anything. Removing employer sponsorship could worsen modern slavery skills, not reduce them. So they're saying if you apply to change an employer or something like that, it's meant to protect you from modern slavery. That is what they say. The health and care visa introduced by the government in 2020 is part of the skilled worker route and delivers the government's commitment to introduce a visa route which makes it quicker, easier, and significantly cheaper for eligible people working in the health and social care to come to the UK with their families to fulfill specific vacancies. Skilled workers have the freedom to apply to work for another sponsor or even switch to another role if they are eligible to do so. So they're saying you still need to apply, guys. It's not relaxed that you should do it for free, like you don't have to tell the Home Office. You are still allowed to change an employer. You are still allowed to change trade. You can go and do something else which is not healthcare if you've come with healthcare, but you have to apply to Home Office, update your visa, guys. You shouldn't do it illegally. That's what they're saying. So it goes on and say the sponsorship system ensures employers full specific duties to confirm those who apply for permission to work in the UK are eligible and will comply with the conditions of their visa. Sponsors are also subject to checks, ensuring they themselves are genuine, able to offer the correct salary, and do not leave workers open to exploitation. Businesses must comply with these duties and demonstrate a variable track record of operating lawfully in the UK, both within the immigration systems and the wider employer regulatory regime. The approach ensures the integrity of the immigration system and provides important safeguards to those coming to work here, including protections from the exploitation that could arise during the period of employment. The government works closely with the enforcement bodies, including the Gangmasters and Labor Abuse Authority, to combat modern slavery. Any information regarding allegations of modern slavery should be referred to the GLLA here, which is that website, or if you have encountered someone who is the victim of modern slavery, you can report it here. So this is the links that they're providing you in case you are being abused at work, or in case you know someone who's abused at work, you can report here. Those are the links. I'm also going to drop the links on the description box. We inspect sponsors to check compliance with our requirements. On-site visits are frequently done alongside the GLAA. Those remit to focus on employee welfare. Should an employer be found to be in breach of these requirements, we will take action and can remove their ability to recruit from overseas. So this is why you've seen most of the Zimbabwean employers are having their licenses taken. It's because they constantly breach the requirements of having the sponsor licenses. They're abusing people. In some cases, they're just exploiting people, which is not right, guys. That's not right. So this is why they end up having their licenses taken away. So you should be careful if you're an employer and listening to this. International candidate guidance has been published by the Department of Health and Social Care as part of wider efforts to address concern about exploitative recruitment and employment practices, as well as to ensure prospective international recruits are well informed and understand the processes of recruitment into the health and social care job. It includes information on how to avoid scams, working rights and standards, what to consider when deciding whether to take a health or care job in the UK, blah blah blah. So it's all the guidance that they give you in order for you to be well informed before you even come to the UK. So the government is published as the code of practice for international recruitment on their website listed there. Right, guys. So this is the news. You can continue read it. It goes on and on and on, and the government is just explaining the code they have in place so as to protect you. So in a nutshell, what the government is saying, guys, is that they are not going to allow healthcare workers. It's unfortunate, guys. If you're a healthcare worker, the government is saying no, we are not allowing you to change an employer or to actually work a part-time job to an employer who is not in the healthcare without informing Home Office. So you still have to apply to get your visa updated in order for you to do a part-time job that is not care work. So if you've come with a healthcare visa, this is something you should spread the news, guys. The government rejected the petition. They are not going to change their mind on that. If they change their direction, the government is going to let us know. But so far, whoever is in the healthcare, whoever came in the healthcare, if you want to work for another employer who is not in the healthcare sector, you need to tell the Home Office. That's what they say. You're still allowed to work for anyone else for part-time. Apply to get that done, and then you start working for another employer. Otherwise, if you are working part-time for an employer who is already in the healthcare sector, you are allowed to do so without telling Home Office, guys. Keep following me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because I keep on bringing some hot news to you guys. If you're in the UK already, if you're planning on coming to the UK, I look forward to see you in my next videos. Thank you.